What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video. We have a pretty exciting one today. We are doing our first Legend League attacks, and we're going to be using the PEKKA Bo Bat. This is my favorite attack strategy right now, and we do have to do a war attack before I go to work, but afterwards I'm going to do my Legend League attack. So I think base number 7 here, we should be pretty good to do this strategy with, because we can get through to the splash damage here. The Inferno Towers take that out. Up to the north of the base, we can create a funnel quite nice, and exactly the same down at the west of the base as well. Guys, if you are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe for all of my Clash of Clans videos and turn on that notification bell as well. But let's dive straight into this one. So we've got the troops. Leave a like for good luck, guys, and let's dive straight into this. So starting at the north of the base, let's use the King and a P.E.K.K.A to create the funnel. They can do a little bit more damage up there because the King can use his ability. Now let's use the 2 P.E.K.K.As and a Wizard to the west before we start with the P.E.K.K.As and the Wall Wrecker coming through the middle. As soon as that wall is open, let's start with the bowlers. So let's get them in now, and as they come forward, we will then use the Rage spell into the base here. Looking well. We do have a dragon in the CC though, guys, but we're pressing forward to the Town Hall. We can use the jump spell to get to the Town Hall and out of that compartment as well, and we need to use that Warden's ability. Let's use that, and there we go. We should get that second Rage spell. Good value from that as we press forward, and this is looking pretty good. I think we need to start with the bat spell deployment. So let's come across to this left hand side and let's start that deployment, and as we come forward we can freeze the wizard tower. That is looking good. We should be able to get that down and save the next freeze for the wizard tower at the bottom. All is looking good at the moment. We are battling into a sweeper here though, guys, but let's see what we can manage. So let's get that other freeze spell in onto the wizard tower, and we are just going to get that. I thought that the bats were going to go down. As we press the Queen's ability, we have to get the cleanup troops in now as well, and I think that is going to kick this off with a 3-star attack. So for the rest of my Legend League attacks, I am going to use this strategy, maybe bring you it as a bit of a tutorial, and for my next video I want you guys to know, do you want all 8 Legend League attacks, and what strategy would you like me to use? I'm going to try and select some of your strategies, but that is going to be a 3-star today in war. Let's go ahead and recap, give you some highlights of my Legend League attacks. Right, what have we got? We've got a centralized town hall. We've got single target infernos is always good. CC troops down at the bottom. Where is most of the splash? That is what you want to look for. But also, you don't want to get stuck with the single infernos and the wall wreckers. So I think we come in from the top of the base here, guys, to that Eagle Artillery. Try and then come around the bottom of the base. I think we can get this one. We just need to crack the top wall here and get going from there. Where do we put the King? I think we send the King around this side of the base. If we use him first, followed by the P.E.K.K.As afterwards, we might actually be able to put the P.E.K.K.A here. Look, that drives it upwards to create the funnel that way before we then have the Wrecker coming through. So in is that Wrecker. Then we can use bowlers. Just spread them around a little bit. We don't want them to walk like they did last time. King's ability, Queen, Grand Warden, and the healers before we forget. That should be good. Even if 1 or 2 walk, you're generally quite good from there. So even if the Wrecker goes down, I like to take the jump spell just in case. But if the Wrecker does get through here, it is taking a bit of a beating, but hopefully we'll be there in a second, guys. We can then use the jump here. We don't have anything for them CC troops. We've still got the Grand Warden's ability. Let's use that now because everything was starting to split. Then we need to think about the bat spells. I think we start to use them now, right around that side, to start trying to protect our troops as well. If you can do that, then you certainly want to. Let's now get a couple of wizards in order to start helping with cleanup, and we're just watching the wizard towers. I thought we were going to bounce the one at the bottom there, but didn't quite get it. When this bottom wizard tower becomes in range now, let's freeze it, and we get it. Come on, get that wizard tower. They path straight to it. Let's path this one. Oh, it took out a bunch of our bats, so that could cost us, guys, especially with the wizard tower at the top. That means we're not going to get the 3 here, especially because we really needed that single target inferno down. It is going to be around about an 85%. Not too bad. Definitely better than the 1-star we had last time. Again, you really want to be trying to get at minimum the safe high percentage too. I know I'm saying that now and I got the 1-star, but you guys can hopefully enjoy the episode, and I think we know we made a critical mistake. This one is going to be near enough 90%, so after the 2 stars, guys, you then get extra trophies for every percentage points that you get. It's not every percentage point, I believe it's, 3% for every trophy extra on top of the 16 that you get for 2 stars. Something like that is how it is calculated, all the way up to the 40 for the 100%. So 93% I think it's going to be, unless the Pekkas can get through here and get that final part. It's really the single which is going to cost us. We've probably got enough to get through the base, we just don't have enough to get through the single and then through the rest of it without coming out of time. So we've got that 1 Pekka. Wizard might be able to do some work here and help us in order to get an even higher percent, and it's going to be 97%, might even be 98, guys. Could even be 99. Oh, the cannon's locked onto the wizard, which means that is going to go down. It is not going to be 99, it's a 98% 2-star. Okay guys, we are ready for another live Legend League attack, so without further ado, we need to just dive into this and hope we can get a 3-star. Using that same composition, currently my favourite strategy in the game. We have a bunch of single target Inferno towers. Now we do have wizard towers, 3 of them across to this side of the base, only 2 across to the left side. So I think clearly the right hand side of the base is the better option in order to come in from. So I think if we create the funnel with the Pekkas wide enough to keep them away initially from that single target, we should be okay. So let's start the king there. With a Pekka here, 1 Pekka here, let's go, yeah, 1 here, 1 here, wall wrecker to come in, Pekka, bowlers now in order to come to try and protect the Pekkas. If we can get the bowlers to basically take the damage of the single target Inferno first, then we should be good from there. I am actually just going to let that single target take my wall wrecker down because I have a jump as well, and that should encourage my troops into the middle a little bit better, as it does. In fact, the wall wrecker doesn't go down, but everything continues to charge forward when the bowlers now take a little bit of damage. Let's use that Grand Warden's ability to get through the town hall, and all is looking good as the Archer Queen is starting to take out the lava pups. And why don't we put all of our bats in from here? Then we can basically try and freeze the wizard towers as we come around. If we could get the single, then we would be pretty good. I think I might have put these in a little bit quick though, guys. Let's freeze that wizard tower now. As it turns around, if we can take it down, we're going to have to freeze it again before it hits the bats. I don't think we're going to be able to distract that wizard tower. We're not going to be able to. That could cost us, but at least we have the single target Inferno down. We've still got a minute. We still got the healers on the Pekkas, so that's why I kind of went ahead and just put the bats in sacrificially, knowing that if we got the single, we could keep our Pekkas alive due to there not really being much DPS in the base, and we should be good for the 3 stars here. Now often you can either finish up with the bats, ensure that they stay alive, or ensure that your rest of the army stays up. In this case the Pekkas, and look at that, we've got like 5 Pekkas coming through. There is no way that we're not getting the 3, and we really needed this one. DJ AX is down. 40 trophies it is. I really don't recommend these styles of bases, guys. You can crush them with any bowler style army so long as you get into the core itself. So there we go, all 40 trophies. And that just means that we now move on to the next attack in good form. So we managed to get the 3 stars to make up for the 98%, going alongside the 3 stars that we got in war. Now for this final attack, I recorded the attack separately because since it was a highlight reel, I wanted to pull the video together in the end here. So down in the comments, I want you guys to let me know, would you prefer moving forward that we show just a select number of attacks as we did in this video, or would you like to see all 8 Legend League attacks? That would result in a much longer video though, guys, so we've got to get a happy medium. I will probably try both of them and we'll try and go with the majority of what you guys like. In the next video, I'll probably stick with my own strategies, but the video after that, I'm planning on taking your strategies, so start leaving them down in the comments and I'll be sure to give you guys a shout out. But for the PEKKA Bo Bat, again, this is the strategy that I think is the best in the game right now, and it's my favorite strategy. This is the composition I use. Get yourself the most amount of splash damages down using the P.E.K.K.A Smash portion, and you have to get that Town Hall with the P.E.K.K.A Smash. You're not going to get it with the bat spells. So in this one, I kind of knew that my troops would go around the base. It's kind of what this base is designed for, but if you can protect the wrecker, that will get to the center, and I knew that there wasn't many defenses in there with the Town Hall, so the Ice Golem and the P.E.K.K.A would get that down, and I do commit a rage spell there as well, because if I didn't get that down, there's a likelihood it would have been a high percentage 1 star. Now with your bat spells, there's 2 ways of thinking about it. You want to try and protect the bats as much as possible, so freeze them splash, try and get them right the way around. But if you have single target infernos, you might be limited in the amount of freeze spells you have. You might have to either allow the P.E.K.K.As to go down, or the Queen, or allow the bats to go down. Now it depends on the base design, it depends on a lot of things, but more often than not I try and protect the P.E.K.K.As. It doesn't matter how many healers you have, if a single locks onto them, they are going down. So I make sure to get the single down with the bats here, even though the bats then go down, and then we have a good chance of the 3. However, the P.E.K.K.As do go down, and we're only left with the Queen, and unfortunately, it is not going to be enough to get through the base. So I hope you have enjoyed this one, guys. I'm really allowing the most amount of percentage I can get here, because that will give me the most amount of trophies. Let me know, do you want to see all 8 Legend League attacks, and which strategies do you want me to use? If you've got any questions on the PEKKA Bo Bat, we've used it throughout this video, drop them in the comments and I will try my best to help you. And if you want to see the video that we did a couple of days ago when we actually hit Legends League itself, be sure to check it out. I'm going to link it on your screen right now. You will enjoy that. You guys loved it and gave it so many likes, but I want to beat that. Leave a like on this video and drop down in the comments #legend if you are still here. So if you want to check out that video when we hit the Legends League, it is on your screen right now. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. Until next time, peace out.